Hanaki! Did you know that our souls are connected by fate? What do you know? I'm Yuno Hanaki, the one and only Oiran for me alone. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Welcome. Hi. Hope you guys are doing good. Happy Onigashima Monday. Happy OniMon. Yeah! Okay. So we have some stuff to talk about today. Surprisingly, we have a couple topics. Whoa! It's been a while since we've had an OniMon with actual real-life topics. Crazy! But we're gonna start with the more serious stuff. Serious. I have serious kind of in air quotes, because I'm going to be laughing about it and making a mockery, because that's how I cope. Sometimes we have to cope with very dark, dry humor, right? Right. So we're gonna start with the more serious stuff first, then we're gonna ease into the more lighthearted stuff. The more interesting things, I guess. But this is kind of important, so we'll need to go over it a little briefly. I might post a summary after stream if I remember. If I don't, we ball. First topic YouTube is asked. Wow, how did you know? Anyway, so after a very painful late night back and forth over the course of a couple nights with a support person with YouTube, I was basically told repeatedly, once again, that for some reason, my AdSense account just does not work with their AdSense policies, and there's nothing I can do to fix it. So, I had to delete my AdSense account. Again. Because I had one before that also didn't get approved, so I had to delete that and then start again through YouTube. And yet, for some reason, starting through YouTube also didn't work. So, I had to delete it, and now I have to wait until it registers that it's been more than 32 days to start over again. Now, I'm going to try this one last time, and I'm going to attempt to make sure that everything I do follows their policies. I have been reading their policies like every night, extensively going through every single article, every single thing that I could potentially be doing wrong with my channel to get this to work. So I am going to try one last time, and if this doesn't work because of the same issues that I've been having, I'm giving up. So what does it mean for you guys? So basically this means that until I get an AdSense that is not only approved, but also verifies where I live and verifies who I am, verifies me as Yuno Hanaki, I can't get my money. My money has been stacking up since, late December on this account. Google is not taking my money. It has been stacking up and it is being held in limbo until I can, get this shit approved. So, those of you who have been maintaining your memberships, the money is just being held by Google. It can't go to me because my address is not verified, but Google is also not taking it. So, that's kind of where it's at right now. And because of that, I've decided that, depending on how things go with this last attempt, I'm going to be adding a new emote-only tier to my memberships that I'm going to encourage all of you to switch to until we get this shit sorted. If we manage to get it sorted, great. You guys can switch back to your original tiers and everything should be okay. But if it doesn't work out, you'll have the tier for emotes and your member badges. Okay? Does that sound good? Because I checked and I can make a lower price tier. The lowest price I can make it is 99 cents USD. And I think that that's a fair approximation for this temporary situation. I haven't set it up yet, but it's going to be 99 cents. You're going to get access to the emotes and the badges, and that's going to be all you get because YouTube's being a real pain in the ass, and I don't know what else to do. And then if everything with the AdSense account doesn't work again, I'm going to be formally closing the memberships that are above the new emote tier, and we'll only have the emote tier on YouTube. Because of that, we will be experimenting with expanding the Patreon memberships. The current Patreon only has the one membership tier. That tier will stay, and I will be continuing my previous attempts at updating it as we go. But I'll also be adding the YouTube tiers to that, so we'll have the basic tier that's for the live streams and stuff, and then also the like middle tier, which will also be for like live streams, and you might get more whips than the second tier would. And then the Onigashima VIP tier, you guys are still going to get the most behind the scenes stuff. Admittedly, nothing's really been posted there because I'm not really doing much on the side because I've just been battling YouTube in my free time, so yeah. It also has the free tier. Yes, the free tier does occasionally get some updates, but that's about it. So that's kind of how I'm looking at solving the situation for now. I'm telling you, though, I'm really going to make sure that this next attempt at making an AdSense account actually works. But if it doesn't, it's out of my hands. But I don't want to say how much money I've been making, even just through memberships alone, but it's a decent amount. And so I'm missing out on quite a bit of money by choosing to just stop fighting YouTube for it. But I don't have a right to, because I've checked their policies and it explicitly states I'm not entitled to my payment unless I have a verified address, and I can't. I literally can't get it. It's against their terms. Even if I were to try to like bring it up as like a legal thing, it's against their terms. There's nothing I can do. So it's a bit of a bummer that the money that you guys have been paying towards the memberships might just be going into a void. Because not even Google can take it. It's just going to be sitting in like a bank forever, I guess. There's nothing I can feasibly do. You speak like YouTube is an entire army that has taken an entire military campaign to fight against. Because it is! The way that they have obscured all of their policies to make it so that they can't even tell you what rule you're breaking when you supposedly break a rule is just, like, terrible. It's like a sneak attack. And then, even if you try to, like, combat them by bringing up things that are in their own policies, they're just like, well, nothing we can do about it. I have no way to check what I did wrong, so I just deleted the account because that's all I can think to do. Because literally the help person I was talking to was just like, if you can't change any of the details on your account, that means it just wasn't approved. You have to start over. And I was just like, what? But why? I really don't think I did anything wrong. I've checked all their policies. I'm not doing anything within the term that's against their terms of service, even for like YouTube content creation. So I don't know. I promise you I'm still trying to figure it out, and I'm going to really, really make sure every step that I do when I make this next AdSense account is correct. But there's a chance it'll still be wrong. And if that happens, money bye-bye. To get your AdSense, you have to also apply for the YouTube Partner Program. No, because I'm already in the Partner Program. My memberships have never gone away. If I was fully, truly demonetized, you guys would have had your memberships canceled. But your memberships are still active. Because I'm technically still part of the membership program, I just don't have an associated AdSense account to get the money that I've been earning through the Partner Program. That's the thing that's messed up here. If I wanted to, I could disable all of our memberships, and then just make it so that YouTube is no longer making any money off of me. But then it would cancel all of your memberships. And I'm trying to avoid doing that, and I feel like just making a temporary baby tier is going to be the smarter action for that than to just completely disable the memberships entirely. I don't know. The new Patreon tiers will be made this month. I am hoping to get everything set up by the 1st of March. If not, maybe a little bit sooner, because, you know, your girl's gotta pay rent at the 1st of the month. So maybe I will try to get it finished, maybe end of this week, early next week, because I need to be able to pay my rent. I'm kind of... This month was really hard, because a lot of things needed to be paid for, and, I'm a little bit broke right now. So, I'm trying to recover some stuff, and, it'd be nice if people could sign up for the memberships before the end of the month, so that I can have some money at the start of the next. Prayer hands. No pressure, though. The thing about Patreon, too, is that I don't have it set to withdraw automatically, so I can let that balance kind of accrue a little bit, and then access it when I need it, and then everything's Gucci. So, I'm kind of looking forward to switching to that, because that does kind of feel a bit easier for me versus the automatic payments coming through and me having to balance all of that live. Your girl is learning to balance earnings for the first time all on her lonesome, so girl mathing is happening a lot. And sometimes the girl math does not work out. Man, all this talking. Okay. So that's what we're looking at for memberships. Regarding the sponsor, you might notice that the sponsor bar is not visible right now. I am in the process of finishing some stuff with my redesign with my mama. I will be ready to pay for this first step, which is paying for the designs. We've already earned enough money for that step, so I'm very grateful. We're actually a little bit over in terms of what I need to pay her for the designs. So the next bar that I'm going to be putting up is going to be specifically for the models. Like the model cost. And we have a pretty decent head start already, so thank you so much. The amount that we're going to be earning next, I will be changing the sponsor bar over after I confirm the payment, because I have to make sure everything's actually going to be good with the payment before we set up the next bar. I think that's fair. You may have noticed that I did update the sponsor bar itself to reflect that it was for the designs. So our next step is going to be for the actual models. And I'm hoping to have that raised by, like, May or June? Probably closer to May. Or maybe even April. April, May, June. Somewhere in there is going to be our goal for that, so I'm gonna give a loose timeline for it. But I will reiterate, because this was something that was confirmed to me by my mama, everything will be finished by July. So, after we finish paying for the models, it'll be time to pay for the last little bit, which is key visuals. Because that was an additional cost. And I don't mind. But we want key visuals, right? So that we can have things for promotional material and maybe potentially merchandise in the future. Wouldn't you like merchandise out of some pretty key visuals? Smile. So I did ask her for that, and it was an additional cost, but it's important to have. We need it. So yeah, that will be the third step. So for now, the sponsor bar, don't worry about it. You don't have to care about it right this second. We're focusing on the... I'm focusing on getting everything ready to pay for the designs, and then we're gonna work on the next stuff. That also means, because we're a little bit ahead with the model payment, I'm probably going to start setting up the other sponsor bar for the other assets, because I'm going to have to start looking into those soon as well. So I'm going to try and come up with like a loose estimate for what I think the other stuff that I want will cost. But I'm going to be shopping around a lot. You guys might hear me rambling about having to pick out things for the new aesthetic, but I'm really, really excited. So, regarding sponsor, the bar is not going to be visible for a bit. Don't worry about the sponsor for now. Once I figure out what the next step is, like, price-wise, I will be adding a new bar, and you can worry about it then. But thank you. We basically accomplished the first thing. Thank you so much. Yeah. What else did I want to say during this part? Right, so I'll be trying to make the membership changes within this week, and then maybe by start of next week everything should be live, hopefully. And we'll figure things out from there regarding like what it's gonna look like on the Patreon. I have to work my way around Patreon some more. I've only used it a little bit, because I used it a little bit in Kawaii, and then once Kawaii shut down, I kind of was focusing on everything else in my life, and it got a bit difficult to handle, so I have to, like, really study how Patreon works some more so that I can make better use of it for you guys, but we will make sure that it's, like, rewarding. And also rewarding for the Onigashima VIP, who have somehow still kept their membership despite me being so fucking slow. Thank you, by the way, if you're a member on the Patreon. I feel so bad. But we will be, fixing it up here soon. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. Yeah. Sorry, I don't really have, like, notes. I'm going off of what I remembered I wanted to talk about on top of my head. But I want to make sure that this is, like, yeah, I'm making sure that I do it right, and I want to make sure that we take advantage of the features that Patreon's going to have, especially if YouTube is going to continue being mean to me. So, yeah. Pretend he is orange? I'm sure he is orange, yes. To be sure, YouTube didn't screw up and not close your old AdSense, right? I'm skimming in AdSense on my terms of service that you can't have more than one. Yeah, so I closed the first account that I had made when it didn't get approved, and then I started a new one in YouTube, and then that one didn't get approved. So as far as I know, both of my AdSense accounts that I have made previously are closed. As far as I'm aware. I have been scanning through the AdSense terms of service as well, and I'm thinking that potentially the issue is that I'm trying to make a AdSense for a brand account, and apparently if it's for a brand account, you can only set up AdSense through the email that you use to make the channel, and that means it would have to be through my Kawaii email, but I never made an AdSense account through my Kawaii email, so I don't know why they're acting like that all of a sudden. Smile? And I don't really know what to do, because they said if you can't access that email, you have to do account recovery, but I don't really need to recover my account, because it's now tied to my new email. So I don't know. It might have to be something I ask the support person, because I still technically have a way to reach them. I don't know what to do. Catch-22 situation. I know. All of this has been pretty Catch-22 for me, to be honest. Everything's just been in, like, a weird limbo where you need one thing, but you need the other. And if you need the other, you have to get back to the one thing, but to get the one thing, you need to have the other. And it goes back and forth forever. So I want to make sure before I do any sort of, like, account recovery stuff that would actually work. But we'll see. We will see. Because I think potentially that would be the only thing I'm getting wrong, is that I'm trying to attach an AdSense that's, like, not the same. But apparently you should be able to attach it if it's not tied to the same email. Like, simultaneously. I don't know. The rules seem contradictory at times, but most terms of service are kind of like that. Because when I was reading, it was like, oh, you could make an AdSense account that's not attached to the same email. And I was just like, I can? And then they were like, no you can't. But also, yes you can. There's a problem with dead recovery phone numbers, too. But see, that's the thing. That's the thing. Management made us wait until a certain period for the last payouts so that they could take care of our last payments. But the company was, like, long gone by the time we could start applying for the new AdSense. So, even if I could use, like, a previous recovery number, I can't also at the same time. So if it really is tied to all that stuff, I guess I will have to do account recovery, but I really don't know, because as far as I know, I took everything off. I really wish that they didn't make us wait until after the company was gone, to be honest, to do all of this, but I understand why we had to do it the other way. Alright. But yeah, so I'm working on it, basically. This is gonna be my last attempt, though. A good old, third time's the charm, maybe. But, yeah. We'll see. Would have really benefited from the support on their side. They really did just kind of leave us high and dry when it came to the actual, like, transfer of our channels. Sometimes I feel like it would be easier going to YouTube HQ to get things done. I wish. You had your best interests at heart, but yeah, hindsight 2020. It is what it is. Like I said, I don't actually hold it against management. I don't hold it against anybody at YouTube even. They are just forced to be the enforcers of rules that maybe even they don't really understand. Kinda monkey pod y'all. Keep your accounts but gain all the troubles related to them. I think it's okay to talk about this now because we are a few months out, but there was actually a point when we were first told the news about the dissolution that I was wondering if it would be even worth it to keep the channel. Because I remembered all of the issues that other ex-corporate people who got to keep their channels dealt with. And in my head I was like, do I have the brain power to deal with all of that on my own? Because I'm not going to have a manager to help me. I'm going to have to learn how to do it all by myself. There was absolutely a period of time where I just debated not even walking away with my stuff and just completely starting over, but my love for Yuno Hanaki made me stay. I do feel most at home in this skin, so I feel like even if I did start over and like get a whole new channel and like have to build from the ground up with like a non-Yuno Hanaki IP, I would have been like, I mean, I probably still would have been some form of happy, but it also would have been a bit of a bummer, I feel. But I did have that thought. It was everybody else, like, talking about it with each other that kind of made me think I should try and stick it out. Because I did work hard, you know? I didn't necessarily want to abandon my hard work and have to start over just because I was scared of a few digital headaches. I'd be annoyed with the whole day it would take to find you. Yeah, that's fair. Understandable. But no, I did want to keep the work that I had put in, because, like, you know, this was my like, last big attempt at doing something bigger. So, starting over would have been more disheartening, I feel. Even if it would have been less of a headache in terms of monetization. Oh, right, I guess that was the other thing. Assuming that the monetization stuff for this channel doesn't work, I will probably make a second channel, for video content. It won't have streams, and, like, a lot of my other video content will still be, like, put here occasionally. But, like, edited videos and, like, I guess maybe more experimental stuff might go on that other channel, because that one I can actually monetize. So, we're probably gonna have an experimental side channel. Will you keep streaming here? Yes. I don't plan to not stream on this channel. This channel will still have streams. Majority of my content will probably still be here, so, like, covers and, like, other music stuff might still be here. But we'll probably have, like, a second channel that's for more, like, experimental, like, video essays and, like, maybe, like, highlights and stuff will go over there. I don't know. Because I also have been kicking around the idea of getting into video editing for myself. So I've thought about using that channel as a place where I can F around and find out when it comes to making edited content. So I feel like maybe that could be a cool venture. And, like, experiment with my video editing over there. We will see. Gonna try dual casting. I've seen some VTubers do that. You mean, like, dual casting to YouTube and Twitch? Right now, maybe? I don't want to really, like, commit to anything. I have okay internet, but my internet is also not the greatest. So I'm not sure if I would be able to handle the bandwidth that it would take to, have both things running. Also, I am one girl, and I would have to set up a lot of bots on Twitch to make sure that I wouldn't get, like, spam or people trying to bully me. So that's stuff I would have to look into. I'm, like, kind of familiar with Twitch. I feel like I've shared this about myself before, but I did actually used to be a moderator for a few Twitch streamers. So I'm a little familiar with the moderation tools. I could feasibly handle the Twitch chat alongside the YouTube one, but My balance is a little bit... I'm not really good at multitasking or like multi-tab drifting, so if I did have a Twitch stream running at the same time, I would have a hard time juggling both YouTube chat and Twitch chat, depending on activity level, so I don't know yet. Twitch mod. Stop pointing at me! I haven't done it for a while. But I did used to. I was like an active moderator for a couple channels before. Not big ones, but I'm familiar with the modification. I'm familiar with the moderation tools because of that. Would you prefer Discord mod? Blech! No. Alright, okay. Discord mod impression time. Kitten, I see you haven't replied to my DMs. Where's my fedora? Maoni. Has OniMon really been going on for over a year now? Time-wise, technically. They haven't been consistent, though. There have been a few Mondays that I have skipped, so I wouldn't say that it's like a year's worth of Mondays. Kitten, you're on Valorant. Who are you playing with? God damn it. Kitten, you said that you were my pocket healer. Anyways. Oni-san's count for 10. What is this girl math? This is 54, so that's a whole year and 2 weeks. If you were watching an OniMon once every Monday, you would be able to fill a year's worth, I guess. And then an extra 2 weeks. So I guess technically. But in terms of like actual time, there's like been bigger gaps between. Because there are several Mondays that did not have an OniMon. Wait till you find out how much Oni there's account for. Well, unfortunately for you, Oni Thurs is usually tails. So that's that. Oh my god, sorry, I have hiccups. Hold on. Okay. We're so back. We have 311 more OniMons to go for a whole year of them. 311 weeks. Let's go, baby. Stop saying they're cute! Violence. I attack you with branch. Anyway. But yeah, in terms of restreaming, maybe. I will think about it. I have to set all that shit up, and, tech is not my strong suit, so I will have to talk to my friend and be like, help. Help me! $311 weeks is almost 6 years. Yeah! We're gonna be here for a long time. I will have been a VTuber for 8 years by then. Smile. Cute thing? Stop! Stop communicating via emoji art. Thought we solved this. You agreed that you were cute. What the heck? What the heck? Anyway. And it's still looking just as youthful. Yup! I don't age! Okay. But yeah, that's kind of that's the more updatey side of this, I suppose. I can't think of anything else. If you guys have questions, feel free to ask. I think I pretty much outlined everything I wanted to say, though. So, like, TLDR, changing memberships around, gonna use Patreon, don't worry about Sponsa until I sort out payments with my mama. Thumbs up. Oh, and then I guess also, like, second channel. Maybe, in the future. You gonna break your promise of costume gacha by getting that new Helm costume? No. Helm is pretty, but she's not one of my favorites. Why would I give money for Helm? Of all characters, why Helm? Not for me. More power to the Helm likers, though. What do you think about cereal and water? Depends on the cereal. Did you see Sin's costume? Sin got a costume? Where the fuck? Everyone shut up right now. Where is she? I don't care about Evangelion! Leave! Where is my fucking wife? Where the fuck? Oh, there she is. There's my girl. There she is! Hell yeah. Her body is shaped a little funny. I'm a little disappointed. I don't like the shape of her body. But yes, I'll show 1 second. I'm showing, please! Patience. Rude to her? Well, maybe... I mean, I think it's more the artist's fault than her.
Maid isn't so bad.
Shut.
Working part-time as a maid isn't so bad. Isn't that right, Master?
She's handing me money.
Working part-time as a maid isn't so bad. Isn't that right, Master?
Money, please. Money me now. Money me now, please.
Working part-time as a maid isn't so bad. Isn't that right, Master?
No, she's pretty. I like it. But I don't like how her body is drawn. You can see my cursor, right? I don't really like this whole part. I think the angle of her body is just kind of unrealistic for me. I feel like her pose could be better. This pose is not great. I don't see a problem, it's just posing. Okay, but like, cross legs, her body should not be positioned this way, and her boobs should not be like this. Like, the whole frame of this is and it doesn't make sense. I kind of wish this was, like, facing a different direction, because her boobs shouldn't be this angle. She should be more, like, here. Because, like, otherwise the jut is, like, putting her chest forward while she's, like, turning to the side. And that doesn't make sense to me. Also, thank you for the donation. Unfortunately, I covered that shit up with Sid. Are you really talking about the realism of Nikkei drawings? Yes, but that's because while I do love women, I want my women to look semi-realistic. And when I say semi-realistic, I mean I don't want it to look like they are breaking their backs. The way she's positioned doesn't make sense to me. She's pretty, though. I really like the outfit. But I'm actually really picky with, like, the way the girlies look, usually, because I think I like girls better when they look a little bit more natural. At least for me. But I'm like that with, like, VTuber girls, too. Like, I don't like super jiggly rigs, even if they have, like, big boobie. I want there to be realistic bounce. I don't need it to be exaggerated, like, jelly boobies, you know? I'm just a simple gal. Did you remember you saying you even minded the poses for art or drawings and talking about you commissioning? I pay attention, like, sometimes when I see art of me, in my head I will be like, it's just like, I allow is not the right word. I don't know, in my head I'm picky. I still think she's pretty, but I'm just being a little bit nitpicky because like, as a girl, you know that the poses that these girls are in sometimes would just hurt. And, you know, we could argue about the fact that they are not human until the cows come home. But, like, you can tell that a pose is just, like, not ideal for a person based on the positioning. Stylization has a limit before it starts to look strange. Agreed. Also, Alex Jacopo, thank you for the $2 tip. Money the Oni. Thank you. Money the me. Money Oni. Yippee! Thank you. But yeah, what was I saying? Moni? Yeah, basically. Only a straight standing pose so Yuno does not get angry. No! Now you're just over-exaggerating my point. I like certain poses, it's just, you know... I care a little bit about, like, realistic positioning of the body. Something about Sin's tummy? Her tummy looked fine. Like, the legs I also liked. I liked how her thighs looked. Her legs were great. I just think that overall, the top part was the thing that was kind of throwing me off. Like, that positioning was just weird. Because they wanted her boobs to be out, and so she had to jump forward while also looking to the side. And that kind of position is, like, unrealistic. Use T-pose, the most seductive pose? Yeah, sure. Do whatever you want, I guess. Like, ultimately, I don't care that much about posing. It's just in my head I will be like, oh, it doesn't fully work for me. I'm just glad they gave her more personality in the event story. Yeah, that is nice. And she's wearing, like, a regular mask. I had it muted for you guys, but the English voice line was going off while she was doing that little pose a few times, and we could hear her talking without the filter. So that's pretty neat. You could hear it? Oh, I guess it wasn't muted on this side. I thought I had my PC audio muted, but I guess not. Oh, right. It was muted on the roleplay setup, but not on this one. The settings don't carry over. I forgot. But yeah, no, she's cute. I liked that we could hear it without the filter. Yeah, speaking of yesterday, that is the other thing we need to talk about, huh? Now that we have talked about the serious things, we can go into the actual, like, catch-up of things that I've done recently. 1 second. One moment. Who's that? Who is this Moe freak? Never seen her before in my life. There's your full CG for the people who wanted to, like, be able to see it without the graphics all over it. I don't know, but she has a big forehead. Shut up! Everybody is so mean to me. Anyways, I didn't mean to turn it off. I wanted to make it smaller. So yeah, virtual hearts! Whoopee, 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 whoopee! So Mamie approached me for this relay because, it was voice acting, because it was role-playing, and because it was visual novel. Those are, like, the holy tenets of a Yuno Hanaki experience. She approached us a couple months ago, I believe. I can't remember when precisely. I could probably check my DMs with Mamie and I would know. But, I was one of the first to be invited, I think. And it took me a little bit to come up with ideas. But I decided, to go for the, Shy Girl Library Committee experience. Because, like, she wanted everyone to kind of have, like, different tropes and, like, vibes, and we kind of had to write down, like, key notes and, like, general things that we were going to have in our scenarios so that we could avoid too much overlap. So I was like, I don't think many people are gonna go for this angle, so I chose like a more quiet, reserved, like shy character. And then I, you know, wrote out a script. I was hauling ass over the weekend to get everything ready. Big shout outs to my friend, my bestie, Hitomi. Hitomi edited some of my shorts in the past and also edited my long form videos when I was on break in September. So I went to Hitomi and I was like, hey, how easily do you think you could get some videos together for me for this thing? And they were like, let's figure this out. Hitomi also did the audio mixing. Literally, so slay. I probably wouldn't have survived if Hitomi didn't help me out. But that was their first time doing audio mixing too. And I think it turned out pretty good. Tanku Hitomi. But yeah. So I did have videos and things prepared for every choice because part of the instructions for the event was to include a couple of choices, but choices that wouldn't fully impact whether or not you got a good end or a bad end. It was supposed to be like for flavor text options, basically, because we were meant to kind of keep everything like rolling towards a good ending with how Mimi wanted the relay to end. So the choices that you guys made were more for flavor text, but I did have things recorded for every option. I recorded for every possible scenario, and I had videos on lock for if you chose any of the options. I was ready. She's the one that did the cinder block sliding sound? Yes. It was her idea to make it sound a little silly. Like it was sliding into view, just like, you really want this? Like, the point was that it needed to look like it was not meant to be one of the options. That's also why the text overflowed over the, like, speaking box. How many versions did the script have? There was one script, and I wrote out the choices, and then I basically had it noted on the script where it was like, if fantasy, and then I had what the dialogue options were, and then like, if non-fiction dialogue, if shonen manga, if BL, and then it would go into like the rest of the main script. You gave chat the illusion of choice. There are obvious ones that people would pick, especially the book genre. Well, I gave you guys 2 choices. Like, 2 choice scenarios, you know? I was laughing at the illusion of choice. No, it was fully intended to be, like, true choices. So, like, I didn't know if everyone was going to choose the BL option. But the minute it came onto screen, everybody was spamming 4s, so I already knew what was going to happen. BL was the true choice? I don't think so. I think you could have chosen literally anything. Yeah, it was actual choice. You guys are just predictable. The minute it came on screen, it was just a flood of 4s. Even other girls in the relay were picking 4. I saw Yui pick 4, and I was like, hello? Miss Yui? You have something you want to tell me? You knew what was going to happen if you left the meme answers in. I mean, yeah, I guess if I really wanted to railroad you and force you to choose cute options, I could have just avoided anything that would have been silly, but... I mean, if you wanted the BL option in choice 1, you should have brought up her taste in books. But you all chose forehead. So that's on you. Mimi told us forehead was immediate game over because she didn't want you guys to be mean to me. I also didn't want you to be mean to me, and look where we are. Truthfully, the options that I wrote, if you wanted, like, what would be considered a quote-unquote true ending, it probably would have been choosing eyes and then choosing fantasy. That probably would have been, like, what would be considered a true route. been surprised you left them there. I was hoping that with new people, they would choose nicer options. But unfortunately, I don't know what happened with my raid specifically, but I feel like there weren't a lot of new people in chat, so it ended up being flooded by you guys picking Forehead. You should know Dominachis by now. We will pick those options. I want to have options for the new people. It's not my fault you guys are loud. Shaking my dang head. Forehead is just your charm point? Whatever. I'm new. Shut up! Those of you with green names can't say that. Maybe we influence the new people? Maybe. At any rate. Those are Yuno's likes. Literally just subscribe. I hate this fucking chat. Anyway. But no, it was prepared to work for... Did you literally cancel your membership so that you could comment? That's crazy commitment to the bit. Oh wait, no, that must be an alt account. Never mind. I figured it out. I looked. I realized the icons were different. It just took me a sec. Legs, nah. Bust, nah. Butt, nah. Thighs, just the left one. Forehead, damn straight. That's fucked up, but that's also very much the Dominachi experience. Look at all the new people here. Anyway, I'm ignoring you guys. But no, I had it prepared for every possible option. I didn't know it was gonna be chosen. I probably could have just literally picked whatever I wanted, and you guys would have been none the wiser. But I had initially planned it to be like an actual poll, but then I saw everybody else just doing the spam numbers technique to vote, and I was like, oh, that's probably smarter than having to time a poll. And that was my mistake, because every time I was trying to keep track of the numbers, I just mostly saw people voting for Forehead. That means Yuno loves us? I mean, I guess. I never said I didn't, though. But yeah. Did this count as Yukun x Yuno? I guess. If you want to think of it that way, you can. Initially, I wasn't going to voice the player or the narration, but Hitomi was like, I feel like it would make everything flow better if you added voice acting for all of it, so it was like a fully voiced visual novel, and I was like, oh, okay. So then I, like, had to rush record those options. So it became Yukun because I was, like, figuring out how to voice the protagonist, and I was either going to be, like, super fuckboy adjacent, or I was just gonna be Yukun, and I think Yukun was the smarter option, because otherwise it would have been like, hey, you know? And that would have been such a fucking pain in the ass.
An offering. Thank you so much.
Daniel Smith, thank you for the $10 tip. Guys only want one thing, and it's kissing their girl's forehead in the morning, cuddled up on a cold winter Saturday. I don't know if you're speaking for every guy when you say this, but fair enough. I was surprised with the VA because the previous did not have it. I think some people voice their narration. But most people did not voice their protagonists. I think I was the only one that voiced their protag. So, not to flex. I'm not trying to flex, truthfully. But, like, Hitomi thought that it would be better both for, like, flow of the video, and then also, in case people were listening on the side, or, like, couldn't read fast enough, Hitomi thought it would be better if there was some sort of, like, spoken cues, so that you could, like, feel the flow of events. That's also why at the beginning you see the auto mode toggle on, so it's like you're just watching the visual novel play out. You're not, like, manually clicking through everything. It's like you're watching it. So that was another good call on Hitomi's part. I think it flowed better too. I liked it. At least for how I did things. I like how everybody else did theirs too. We were like fangirling over each other in the behind-the-scenes server. Flow is good VA top tier. Thank you. I didn't notice the auto mode turn on. Nice touch. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like in the corner. There's like a little bloop, and then the narration starts. Everyone's different styles is great to see, for sure. Everyone had a different interpretation of it, so it was really good. Which one was your fave from the other girls? I really liked Lillian's gardening club. We both went for a similar, very cozy vibe. I think she leaned into it more heavily than I did. Mine was still, like, quiet but sweet. Lillian went for, like, the full relaxation vibe. Like, the whole part where she was, like, half whispering those affirmations to the plant. I was just like, ah, yes, a cute girl is giving affirmations to a plant that is also me. So I really liked that. Yeah, Kohaku's is very funny. So I liked Koha's a lot as well. I really liked Daya's voice. Daya's voice is so nice to listen to, y'all. Like, man. Also, the fact that it started with Umi... you guys heard me fangirl over Umi during my birthday call-ins, but Umi is such a good voice actress. Her evil laugh, insane. Goated. I love it. I had the playlist up on the side while I was still setting up for my stream and like talking to Hitomi to make sure I got everything right. And anytime Umi did her evil laugh, I was always looking over like, oh my god, she's so hot. I love women who are crazy. I love that for us. Me and Hitomi were also joking that because Umi went so crazy in, like, the very first place that we go in the festival, the rest of what we're experiencing in the festival is, like, a dream that we're having in the hospital. But no, it was so good. She did amazing. Everyone did a really good job, though. It turned out cute. And then, of course, at the very end, you get everyone's, like, final CGs that for, like, the true Valentine's end. Fellow Umi enjoyer. I love Umi. I love her so much. I love her so much. You don't even know. I love her so much. She's so cool. The Wizard of Oz play was one of my favorites, too. I thought that one was really cute. I liked the kind of rushed, like, hurried vibe of it. It really gave the energy of, like, one person having to tell the whole story. The part where she was, like, making her model run around in circles for the Wizard of Oz, for, like, the transitions between scenes was so funny. Like, the whole fucking... Like, it's really good. That's very solo theater kid core. Lillian was the one who made hers within 24 hours. Well, she did confirm that she did that. I think a lot of the other girls might have also rushed theirs within the last couple of days, though. It's the VTuber way. It's the VTuber experience to rush everything within the last couple of days before a thing, because we're so busy otherwise. I liked Moko's too. That was a lot of chat interaction. Hers was, like, pretty much non-scripted, like, entirely. It was just a vibe. So that's why it ended up being a lot of chat interaction. But no, everyone had different interpretations. Like, some people it was like fully scripted, fully railroaded. Mine, of course, was a bunch of edited videos just like on cue for me to pull up as needed based on your choices. Other people had more like improv moments. Other people were doing theirs like completely live with like sound effects and transitions and everything. But yeah, no, they're all so good. I like how everyone interpreted it differently and how everyone did, like, different cool stuff. I liked it. I hope we're able to do more events like that in the future, too. Because, like, the stuff that voice acting VTubers do, and, like, you know, writers and, like, creatives, like the ones that we were able to showcase for this one, is, like, kind of underrated. And I know most people do karaoke relays. But I thought that the idea of a voice acting type relay was really, really cool. So it'd be cool to see more of those. And now that me and Hitomi have figured out an effective way to set everything up, we will be able to do more stuff like that in the future. I'm excited. Yippee! Well, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Would you like to see... I would have to figure out how I want to set this up, but would you like to see some of the other videos? I can play you the bits with the flavor text if you'd like. I might have to make a playlist real quick. But you can see the other what the other choices would have been. Hell yeah. Aw, okay. I'm excited that you want to. Okay. Give me a second then. I have to set up a playlist. One moment. One moment. Oh yeah, I will show you. I will show you the stuff. Let's go. Where is Wilson? There you are. Okay. Muting my PC audio this time, so that you don't hear the videos like auto start as I'm loading them in here. Use them to fall asleep too. I mean, that's not quite it, but I understand. Okay, so we chose choice 2 in the stream, and then you guys chose choice 4, so the other ones I need are the first 3 choices. Do you think that's something you could do on the second channel, a visual novel type thing with links to different endings? Oh, yeah, probably. The way they do it in, like, choose your own adventure type things on YouTube usually is you'll have, like, the main video, and then all the options you choose are, like, unlisted links. So, I could probably just make a bunch of unlisted videos, and everyone can kind of, like, pick and choose what they want. Perhaps. I've done something like that before, so I'm familiar with it. I would just have to edit it together properly. Sounds amazing. I miss annotation links. Bro, same. Having it be the end screen is kind of a bummer. I miss annotation links too, because annotation links could actually look like proper choices. But the way it is now, you just have to use like the end screen link promo, which is a bummer, but it's fine. Okay, let me load all these in. Alright. Now, as I have said, it was all flavor text for mine. Like, none of these were like, crucial choices that were going to change too much of the outcome. So a lot of this is just going to be playing the, like, first few seconds so that you can hear the alternative, Yuno dialogue. It's not that different. From the original videos. Like, it immediately goes, like, right into the normal, like, through line after these bits play, so you're not gonna miss too much. Alright, let me set up a screen for DLC. So true. Alright, I'm gonna make it a little smaller, because you don't really need to see this whole thing. Also, playlist reveal. Ah, jump scare. Ah, jump scare. Okay. And then I turn this back on, and then I mute the OniMon BGM so you can hear the thing properly. Okay. So... I'll go here so you can still see my face, I guess. Ugh, you're gonna hear me cringing in real time. Turn up the volume maybe a little bit for you guys, because I'm rather quiet. This should be good. Okay. So, here's the video for choice 1. Or, well, the part of it that you care about. Oh shoot, it's not working right. Hold on. I forgot you have to do something different with VLC. Pause. There you go. Pause. There you go.
Wow. Your eyes are beautiful.
Eh? A human? How can you see into my eyes from over there? The girl...
So that's eyes. She's like, what? A human being? In the library? That's crazy. And then... Hold on, sorry. I'm figuring this out. Hold on. Okay. And then here's what would have happened if you chose taste in books. Oh, frick, please. Bro, I'm so bad at this. Actually, I think I can just skip between the videos from this screen. That might actually be smarter.
Wow. Is that a BL novel?
What? Huh? No. Well... wait a second. How would you know that unless you've read it? The girl...
Fudanshi points and laughs at you. Fudanshi, Fudanshi, Fudanshi. You read yaoi. Ha 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 ha. That's what would have happened if you chose that one. Points and laughs at you. Points and laughs at you. Points and laughs at you. Okay, and then here's what I said for the other book choices. This is everything besides BL because you guys chose BL.
Fantasy. I'm currently reading The Starless Sea. It's a bit long, but it really pays homage to story lovers. It's an escapist fantasy for me, but maybe not for everyone else.
So that's an actual suggestion, actual book I'm currently reading. So you know. Based on true experience. Okay, next book.
Nonfiction. If you like short books that don't get too deep into things, Rental Person Who Does Nothing was a nice nighttime read for me. It's a biography recounting one man's experience renting out his presence, so people won't be alone during whatever event they want company for. Can't relate.
Can't relate because she's a shy, awkward person and she's like, people wanting company? That's cringe. And then...
Shonen manga? I suppose I did say anything. Well, I don't read the genre much, but if you like sports, then maybe Haikyuu. It even makes someone like me feel hot-blooded, so it must be a little good.
And then, you know, the very generic shonen manga response, because I truly don't read a lot of shonen. Haikyuu is like the closest I've gotten. I was expecting the Naruto rec? Ew. I would never recommend Naruto. Get out of here. We may be a full weeb, but we're not like... Is this a save scumming simulator? I guess so. But yeah. So those were the other options. It was only these beginning lines that were different. So everything else is like the same besides that like beginner part based on your choice. Because that was part of our instructions. And that's why it turned out like that. Yippee. So sick. Chat picked the best outcomes for both choices. Fair enough. Sports manga, the manga option is also the BL option. Haikyuu is not a BL, so it doesn't count. People use it for BL shipping, but it's not formally a BL, so it doesn't count as a BL recommendation. I don't get why you wouldn't recommend Naruto despite writing a fanfic for it. I liked Naruto when I was like 12. That's when I wrote the damn fanfiction. I haven't paid attention to anything related to Naruto in literal years. I remember being like, oh wow, they made a sequel focusing on the kids. That's cool, I guess. And then I didn't give a fuck. I can't properly recommend something that I haven't like fully read. But I have fully experienced Haikyuu. And then the other BL that I recommended in the actual BL choice are also ones I have fully experienced. If you want BL, just read Blue Lock. Ha ha ha, get it? Because it has the same letters, the same initials. You're funny. But yeah, those are the other choices. So it was fully prepared, if any option was chosen. I was ready for whatever would get thrown at me. In all honesty, you did a wonderful job. Thank you! I worked very hard. I banged out the script, and I was like, oh, this is pretty long. And then, even after working everything out with Hitomi, I still ended up under time. So I was like, frick. We have learned to, like, adjust the timing a little bit more in the future, to make it be a bit longer so that it can take up more time, but it is what it is. It went by fast. Do you have any other ideas or routes, like, for this? Initially when I pitched the idea, I had, like, plans to have, you reach up for the same book as Yuno was gonna reach for, and you guys were gonna brush hands, touching the same book on the bookshelf, and that was gonna be the thing that makes her, like, freak out and run away. That was one of the things I initially pitched as, like, a scene that I was going to include, but I ended up not writing it. Cause the story went in a different direction. What else was there? She was going to bring up that because the viewer was the new kid, probably something about how, like, you should get familiar with the library if you want to get better at studying. And that it was just a good place to be to, like, avoid all of the crowds. Like, I had a whole bit of dialogue that was like,
Wow, you're the new kid and you're starting on the same day as the school festival? This must be overwhelming for you. Especially because there are so many people. Well, I'm glad you found this place. It's a lot quieter, right?
But I wasn't really sure if I could get that to flow naturally, so I cut it. I was like, that might be a bit too much world building. So I axed it. I wanted it to be a little bit more simplistic and streamlined. But I had, like, a whole thing about that. I don't think there was really that much else that I would have included. I guess if I went back now and I could have changed it, I maybe would have added, like, one more choice, because then I could have filled a bit more time. Because I feel bad I went so far under. I was like, oh no, I need to give Daya more time. That's why I panicked and we stayed on the ending screen for longer. Because I felt bad doing it, like, so early. So yeah, I guess what I would have done is maybe add, like, another choice for something. I don't know what it would be off the top of my head, but I would have just, like, added something else so there could be a little bit more time filled. But I guess it's better to be a little bit under than to be over. So I can't complain too much. I still think it turned out really, really good. And I was telling Hitomi afterwards, too, like, we have learned how to do it. And next time, we will, A, not do it under a crunch, because poor Hitomi was fucking dead after this. Needed a really big nap, and I was like, thank you, Hitomi. But, if we ever do something like this again, we will make sure that it's not under a crunch, and we have learned some things about, like, pacing and other things to work on. Yeah. Take the book from Yuno to put back on the shelf or give her uppy self her reach. We need a full 2-hour Yuno choose your own adventure date. I mean, feasibly, that could be something I work on for the future. Obviously not anytime soon, because even though we have learned how to do it, we have to... There's still some, like, things to work out. But we are both interested in doing something like this again. And I'm very grateful that Hitomi is always willing to go on these crazy rides with me. You know, in space. In space with Yuno Hanaki. You know, birthday adventure began? Oh, so like for next year? Well, all things considered, next year I'm hoping to have my new outfit debut. Not the rebrand, obviously, but the other outfit that's being worked on at the same time. I'm hoping to have things done for that by the birthday. So I guess we could have a visual novel maybe attached to the birthday outfit reveal. Maybe. That's a bit more work than I was thinking about, though. Because that would have to be like making it look like an actual game. So I don't know, we'll see. Gives you a lot of time to prepare. I guess so, about a year. I'll have to talk to some friends about it. Figure it out. But that's not all that we did. Because earlier this evening... I have to mute my PC audio because I don't want it playing and causing problems to the VOD again. Not that it caused problems on the other one because I'm still not monetized. Ha 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 ha. But we premiered a cover of Tulip from Idolmaster. Me and the other members of Mianoon. Whoopee! Please go watch it. Kaya missed the premiere because she was binge watching a show, apparently. I didn't know that's what she was doing. I wasn't sure where she was. I just figured she was running a little bit late, and then she missed the whole thing. Very funny. I'm gonna have to ping this woman. Tell me if that isn't the most Kaya thing ever. Yeah, I guess so. I'm torn between being playfully exasperated and being truly exasperated. Because she was the one who wanted to premiere it like this at this time. You would think she would remember, but okay, whatever. Whatever, man. What show? Beast Wars? I don't know. All she said on Twitter was that it was a cooking show. But yeah. So we did Tulip. We had, like, several songs that we were going back and forth on doing. Initially, the plan was to have this uploaded on Valentine's Day, but there were issues with the render. So we had to delay it a little bit, but glad that it was still able to be released relatively around the same time. I like Idolmaster, so I'm glad that we're doing an Idolmaster song. Kaya designed the outfits. Those are Kaya originals. I think it looks good. I really like the black theme with all of our image colors as the accent color. It looks really, really good. Outfits are so good. Yeah, not only are the outfits good, but she asked me if I was okay with the, I think she called it the, like, yandere bang. And I was like, it looks great. Here, I will show you the art. The people crave the HD, don't you? You crave the HD, right? I think I have it saved. Hold on. Yes, I have it. It's gonna be really big, probably. Hold on. Oh yeah, it's so big you can't even freaking see it. Okay. Need the HD? Yes. All things considered, you will also be able to see it if you join the Patreon and you can get access to the art folder there. Oh, there it is. There's a little preview of her. She's giant. Sorry. Hold on. Things no one ever says about Yuno Hanaki. Anyway, here's her. Look at her. So pretty, right? Yeah, so, we've got the kind of yandere bangs. Like, they're like kind of like the straight cut bangs. You can see that the purple streak is in my bangs like how the green streak is in my canon appearance. But yeah, so this was the expression, this was the vibe. We have an updo, we've got a ponytail. It's still quite long, as you can see. It still goes past the ass. And you can see the beautiful, beautiful thighs. The bunos are bunoing. You can see a little bit of wife off to the side. Just a little bit of wife, not a lot. And then the shoes. Still big ol' stompin' heels. Big ol' platforms. And a little ribbon. We all have the same kind of like fishnet thigh high on the one leg, and then our other leg is bare. So it looks good. She hid as much of the tattoo as possible. Yeah, and then she fully showed off hers. Methinks there is some bias in the room. I smells some bias. I'm kidding. But no, her tattoo is way more detailed than mine, and she's willing to draw that versus, you know, 4 flowers, and she's like, ew. But yeah, so we've got thigh, and then, you know, I really like the expression. I think the expression turned out super good. Overall, this outfit is super nice, though. Is this secretly a leak? No. I think I said this before, when the teaser was first announced and people were asking, but it's not a leak. Kaya just drew it this way because she wanted to. She's been drawing me with purple because I have mentioned that the redesign is not going to be green anymore. Yeah, so it's not a leak. This is just a design that she came up with. No leaks here. If she was ever going to actually leak it, I would probably tell her not to. What unholy are y'all doing while I was gone? It's not even unholy. I'm just showing off outfits. Relax. But yeah, it looks super good. Idol outfits, true. It is very idol vibes. But that was kind of what she wanted. Artist did a great job? Yeah! You should thank Kaya then, because Kaya drew it. Official Mia Loon idol outfits? These are not official, no. These are just ones that Kaya designed. Kaya likes to design outfits. She likes to change things up. She likes to play with fashion a lot, as do I. That's why whenever I request art of Yuno, I always tell people that you can change the hairstyle, you can change the outfit, you can do whatever, really. Because I like the creative freedom. But Kaya is very much the same, except she can draw it herself. So she just does whatever she wants to do with outfit designs, especially for song covers. Like with song covers, you can kind of have freedom to do whatever you want. You don't have to stick to your canon appearance, so it's nice to experiment a little. And I think it always turns out really good because she's a good artist. Yes, exactly. Thank Kaya. She's really good. I trust her design sense a lot. These would be great new official outfits. Well, you want to give us model money, my guy? I already have 2 models I'm cooking. I can't really afford to get a 3rd outfit unless you guys fork over money. I understand the desire, but I don't think any of us are planning to get new outfits like that anytime soon. Holy moly. You know, holding us at gunpoint, you want this as a real model outfit? I mean, my mama would probably draw it. Going to the bank for a loan. Me replying to my model mama, like, Mama, you're not gonna believe this, but I actually got the money to get another model from you. And she's just like, what? Had to hide the kawaii points better. I wish we still had kawaii points. Of all the things I miss from kawaii, I miss a lot. But I do miss kawaii points a freaking lot. Trying to think of a good size for this. I guess I'll just leave it like here. That's fine. We'll leave her here for the day. So you can look at her. Actually, do you want her a little bigger? Maybe a little bigger. Yeah, this is good. She's over here for now. Ooga booga. Booby Yuno. Who's tall girl in the background? Shut up! I hate this place. Get me out of here. Not just the model, but we're getting key visuals too. Yes, it's a lot. She can spin the Ooga Booga sign like those sign twirlers. I don't have any idea where the Quiznos is. Have her sit on chat? I don't think I can. She's in a standing position. Ooga Booga Viva Purple, you know. I think the purple looks really good. Like, not to be biased. I know originally my canon is this green hair, but like, I won't lie. When Kaya showed it to me and I saw that my hair was purple, I was like, honestly, that kind of goes hard. It looks good. Obviously, it suits the outfit too, because the outfit's also very orpal, but I really like the lighter accent. Also, I don't know if you guys have noticed this about Kaya too, but Kaya also usually draws the brown part of my hair lighter. I don't remember why specifically. I think she just doesn't like the original shade. So she draws my hair a little bit lighter color. Probably to complement the purple better too. Each outfit you get, you should get a new second color for your hair. That's one of the cool things about not being corporate anymore. Because, fun fact, I think I can say this. This isn't necessarily like a behind-the-scenes thing of information. Is the fact that, I was initially told by my manager that I might not be allowed to change the color of my hair because, the rest of management was very, very strict about branding. And so they thought that, like, changing the hair colors a lot would, be confusing for branding purposes. So there was a very, very, high possibility if I had gotten new outfits while in Kawaii, I wouldn't have been allowed to change my hair color. Some of the other girls apparently had to, like, fight for it. And they had to fight, like, really, really hard. I was always told by my manager that there was a very strong possibility that I never would have been able to change my hair color away from green. I would have had to be green for the foreseeable future. Too dark and the hair would have blended too much with the black in the outfit. Makes sense to lighten it for this. Yeah, for sure. But usually, Kaya draws my hair a bit of a lighter brown than my usual dark brown. Now you're no longer held back? Yeah! So we will be able to experiment a little bit more. Other kawaii girls use different hair colors as different personas. Well, that's like complete hair color change. What we're specifically talking about is changing the underside of my hair, like where the green is in my model, to different colors in like other outfits maybe in the future. Which I think is a bit different from like a full hair color change. And I have said this before too, but in my new mama's terms, I am not going to be allowed to change the hair color or like edit it in that kind of way. I can't really edit like the base model. It's against their terms of service. I can still use like assets and stuff over the model, like over for like outfits and stuff, but I can't like, edit the base model itself. So I can't do that, like, alternate hair color, alternate persona thing with the new model. I technically still can with this one. I don't actually know my current mama's terms for that, but... I think that's a fair addendum. I agree. I never said it was unfair. I'm just explaining why it's different from the alternate personas thing. The alternate persona thing is because the other girls might be allowed to edit their models' hair colors for that purpose. Because my hair is so dark, I can't really edit it the same way anyway. But yeah. There's no green screen effect. Yeah, basically. But if you buy out the rights, I already have, like, full commercial rights with the models that I'm getting. It's just that specifically my model artist terms is that they just don't want me editing the model. They said if I want any changes like that, I can come to them and they will do it for me. I probably will have to pay a fee, but if I were to want, like, that kind of change, I could go to my mama and be like, hello, can you change this? And they'll be like, okay, money please. Like, that's just part of their terms. And I'm willing to work with that. Because I already don't really edit my model to begin with. I did it, like, one time. I edited, like, all the textures to have different colors for, like, a singular meme picture I posted on the internet. But that's a lot of effort. Because my hair is split into a lot of parts. So I really don't foresee myself needing to do that anyway. Plus, if I really wanted to, like, edit it, I could literally just make myself bald and then put a wig on. I think making myself bald and putting on a wig is different from editing, like, my actual hair. So, that's fine. Literally, I could just go bald. Flashbang. Yeah, sorry. Shiny forehead jump scare. Sometimes artists put that term so people aren't confused about their style. If their name is associated and you go changing too much, you might do something you wouldn't have done. Yeah, exactly. I'm not worried about it, and I really, really respect this artist that I have approached because I really, really love their art, and I really respect them. So I don't want to do anything to make them mad. That's the last thing I want to do. So, and like I said, I don't really edit my model parts like that anyway. So I think we'll be okay. I'm not too worried. I just noticed Kaya gave you hair vents. Yeah! Little hair vents. It's part of the aesthetique. The person that I'm singing as, because we sang along to the trio version of Tulip from Idolmaster Cinderella Girls, and one of the girls that sings that, the role that I'm singing as, Mayu, she is the over-the-top yandere idol, and I think she has hair vents and also makes this kind of, like, half-lidded expression a lot. I'm supposed to have the, like, really smug, sexy yandere vibes with this. She knows what she wants. She's licking her lips because that's what the song is for. Lips are for more than just talking, you know? That's a direct translation of one of the lines. Downside of someone else uploading it is that I can't subtitle the song for you guys. So I just have to tell you out loud what the translations are. Two lips. Yeah, if you hear the translation for the song, it's a little fun. It's a little fun out there. They can be used to point in different countries. Yeah, sure. Yes. Sure. Whatever you want. A super freaking long ponytail. It's because my hair is long. Like, my hair already goes, like, to my ass. She made it a little bit longer for the ponytail. But it looks good. I really like it. You know how hard it's been to not sing that song to myself? I know I tell you guys this every time a cover that I am in finally releases, but the songs get stuck in my freaking head because of how long it takes me to record it. So I'm just like jamming to myself in silence because I can't share that. You are not subjected to my earworms. Be happy. Your hair is amazing and a pain. Sorry. But also not sorry. You never accidentally hummed it and we didn't notice? Never. There was like one time when I was working on something for someone else where I hummed the song for like 2 seconds, but I don't think anyone caught it. I like your eyes. Oh, the way Kaya drew them? Yeah, they're so pretty. I've always loved how Kaya draws eyes. Like, I love how she draws everything else, obviously, because I am a Kaya art simp, but like, look at the way she draws eyes, too. So pretty. Beautiful. Breathtaking. Amazing. Show-stopping. Never been done before. Beautiful. I love them. Also, I'm sure you guys also like the way she draws eyes. Eyes and eyes. Yes. She looks so flirty. That's the goal. How'd you know? Gotta see that she's good at drawing mouths. She did really good. I am very happy with how it turned out. It was so hard to like sit on this and like not use it anywhere. I am probably going to change my icon at some point to this. Not on YouTube, but probably on Twitter. Don't be surprised if my icon changes to this somewhere. Who picked this song? Kaya did, I think? This is a song that Kaya and I have wanted to sing for a while. But now that we are with Lynn, we were able to do the trio version instead of like a duo version. There isn't really a duo version of it that exists, so we were kind of like struggling when it came to line division. But now that we have Lynn, we're like, yippee! It can be the three of us. Mentioning the personality, the curvier horns makes sense, more devilish. I mean, my horns are actually pretty curvy if you, like, ignore the placement of the headdress. They are, like, naturally that curvy. I guess in her style, they also look a bit taller. But they are, like, that curved. That's why your eyes are purple now. Truly feels you're all back together again. It is nice. But yeah, Kaya chose the song. This is something we wanted to sing for a bit. I will say we are already cooking another one. I'm allowed to say it, I think. We are already cooking another song. Everything's like prepped to start like the actual recording work for it. We're probably just gonna have to work on finding staff again. But we're already wanting to like dive into another cover. And Kaya has already started sketching poses and stuff for us too. Outfits are not designed yet, but she's already like started cooking. One of the good things about working with those two, I feel like Mialoon has this advantage of the three of us are really, really fast when it comes to finishing our parts and like getting shit done. So we're really good at getting our parts finished. It's usually like working with other staff where things start to like slow down a little. So I can't tell you when the next thing is going to be done, but we are already working on it. And I think you will also like the next one that's coming out too. Already? Yes. We are like this. Anything you need to know about Mialoon is after we release one thing into the wild, we are pretty much already cooking the next thing. We like to keep it rolling. So we will be probably working on more stuff to release coming soon. Hope you'll be excited. I'm really happy. We have not fully decided what like Mialoon's gonna kind of be. I feel like we might focus a lot on V-Singer activities, just because that seems to be what the other two want to do. It's not necessarily like a streaming group, it might just be like a V-Singer subunit thing for like side activities as a group. But yeah. We have other stuff in the pipeline as well. That's not necessarily tied to just singing. But I have to keep that hush-hush. I've always liked the work the three of you do. Well, thank you. The three of us work really well together. And I think that our voices complement each other really well. I mean, I've always blended really well with Melon, but... when Lynn entered the picture and we started singing with her, she was able to blend with us also really, really well. And so I like that we focus a lot on singing and that we will be doing a lot of singing together. The other two are really passionate about singing, so I feel like a lot of Mialoon's activities will be primarily singing focused. And there is nothing wrong with that, because I like getting to sing with them. I'm very excited. It'll also be nice, too, when I finally get my redesign in, where I will not feel out of place next to the other two. Because they, you know, they've gone through some changes. They've gone through some transformations. I haven't formally gotten mine yet. So it'll be nice to have my formal transformation done. So that I can feel like I fit in with the other two a little bit more. The only one that has not really changed. At least not yet. But we're working on it. Good to hear we get more singing. Yeah! We will probably focus on singing for the most part for, like, our group activities. You'll get your Cinderella changed soon? I will! And I'm very excited for it. I'm, like, vibrating still. I wish I could leak, but I'm being very strong and brave. I'm holding it back. I am not leaking anything. Even though I want to. But I won't. I'm strong. I won't. I won't! Hopefully. But yeah. You heard it here first. What? That I won't link? Or link. That I won't leak? Yes. You're so strong and cool. Oh, thank you. I am so strong and cool and brave and amazing and epic and cool and slay. Yes. She won't wink. I won't wink either. I actually do have winking disabled on this model because it's really finicky, so it'd be like that. Take it easy there. Hey. Rude. She's going to have a green tunic and hat and fairy ears. What's the name of that guy from Legend of Zelda? Freaking Tingle? Tingle, right? Are you trying to say I'm that guy? That's fricked up. No! I know who Link is! Shut the fuck up! I know who Link is! I was thinking about Tingle! The off-brand guy! I know who Link is! I don't really play Zelda, but I know who the fuck Link is! What if Zelda was a girl? I know, that'd be crazy. What if Zelda were woman? Whoa, oh my god. Now that you mention it, Tingle is closer to you than Link. That's what I'm saying! This could technically be seen as the return of Melon since this is the first thing released with her new body. Not the first thing. She has been in some other covers before Tulip, where she used her Melon design, I think. It might have been old Melon, though. Like the old Melon look. But I guess this is the first thing she's released on her channel that's like the new Melon look. I think she's done a few other collabs, though. Don't call him off-brand. Platos by Nintendo. Link is actually the girl, Zelda's the boy, and the titles were actually correct all along. That would be the craziest Uno reverse of the century. I feel like that would cause so many meltdowns from the actual Legend of Zelda fans. They'd just be like, what the fuck? And I think that'd be hilarious. Nintendo, do it. You won't. I would never recover. That's what I'm saying. The people who are into it would be like, what? No. What? That's crazy. Someone would have to notify Robin Williams' daughter. Do it, Nintendo. Tingle is asking. I'm not Tingle! Shut up! I hate this place. Would it even make a difference? Yes, because the Zeldas have been referring to Link as Link this entire time. That would require a lot of retconning. This is the Legend of Zelda game where Zelda is the MC isn't even called Legend of Link. I know, right? Remember that one time you could play Zelda in a Zelda game? So true. They really should give her more to do. She deserves it. I did almost pick up the Zelda game because I was debating if I would like it, but I decided against it in the end. There's just other things I'd rather pick up at this point. Give her her own Princess Peach-like game. Same! Same! Legend of Zelda was originally called Hyrule Fantasy in Japan. I think I remember that. People joked that the game where you play as Zelda should have been called Legends of Link. That would have been pretty funny. Zelda VN should pick it up instantly. Okay, but is it me playing Link and trying to date Zelda? Or is it me playing Zelda and I have multiple suitors besides Link? That's what I need to know. Although, to be honest, I'd play both. It doesn't really matter. Link, but every Link. You know what? I would do it. You know what? Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Let's just date every version of Link. Date Zelda, snooze, date Zora. Amazing. Anyway, I honestly don't know that much about Zelda, so we should probably avoid talking too much about it, because I know nothing. I am just a little guy, so the further we get down a discussion about Zelda, the less I'm going to know. You know, it's Zelda, but it's appeal for suitors. It's one of those otome where you're playing a heroine, but instead of it being your job to date the love interest, it's your job to pair up the love interest with each other. Honestly, peak. There's literally an anime about this concept, but I didn't really like it because it like failed to really follow through in a way that I like. I thought it was a little bit too I don't know what the word is, but I think the way they kind of flanderized Fujoshi was a little bit off for me. What's it called? Kiss Him Not Me, I think was the name. The whole thing is that she was like a plus-size Fujoshi, who... I forget what the specific thing was, but she, suffered some sort of, like, depressive episode that made her get really, really skinny. And then when she became skinny, people were, like, super into her. And then, all of the guys that were into her, she just wanted to ship them together. And then they were, like, willing to put up with the BL fan service if it meant that, she could make them kiss or whatever. I really don't remember that much about it. I didn't like it. Her main ship died. Right! Something like that. Was it Kiss Him Not Me? Yeah, that's what I said. Kiss Him Not Me. Now I just want to request a skeb of Yuno and Link cosplay romancing Zelda. Honestly, I deserve it. I want to romance Zelda. She's pretty. I may have not really played a lot of Zelda games, but I liked seeing her in Smash Brothers. Zelda and Sheik. That's where I found out they were the same person. And I was like, can I date both of them? Can I hold both of their hands? Like, I'm asking for a friend? Hello? Is that a genuine suggestion to watch Death Battle to understand a character? No, 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 no. The real question, top or bottom? For who? I'm the top, usually. It's what I deserve, anyway. Power switch, love that for you. X? Just because I don't act like it on stream doesn't mean that it's not true. I have no reason to act that way towards you guys, so of course you don't believe me. We have a different social dynamic. I'm top, also Yuno put me in a cage. Have you ever heard of playing along for the sake of a bit? Just because I can project onto being the heroine in an otome game and the heroines are usually the bottom does not mean I myself am a bottom. That, my friends, is versatility. Epic rap battles with history to truly understand Mozart. That's why I was so surprised to see a suggestion to watch Death Battle. Also, the only thing I know about Death Battle is how much my friends fucking hate it. Because half the time, whenever a new Death Battle video comes up, they post about it in their group chat, and then they just, like, talk shit about how wrong the winner is. And I'm just like, does that mean that Death Battle even knows what they're talking about, or... Usually they don't. That's what I have noticed. So that's why I've never really watched them. All I know is my friends just like rambling about how they're bad or incorrect. So I'm just like, okay, I understand. Most of the time they don't. Fair.
Also, yeah, sleep well. Have a good night.
I will probably go for another, not like full hour, but I will probably go until like a little bit before 11, because Ephemera has a cover coming out and I wanted to raid it because it's probably going to be cute. Speaking of which, I should add that to my redirect so I'm not scrambling at the end. Me to myself.
Where's the link? Girls, where's the link? There it is.
4 hours sounds good. Why do you guys want me to be an endurance streamer so bad? Just honest inquiry. Why? Oh, just kidding. Can't raid it. They don't have redirect permissions enabled. What the frick? Ephemera official doesn't let me raid them. This is senpaiist. Rude. Can you blame them? What do you mean, can I blame them? What do you mean? I want to be able to support them. Are you saying they hate me? It's so over. I think Yuno is neat. Oh, thank you. Koha tried raiding too, but whoever's in charge of the channel didn't set that up right. I mean, probably. I think because it still has a small amount of subscribers, it has issues with setting up raid stuff. I think? I don't remember if that also applies to when you get raided. I know it applies to you raiding. It's fine. We'll just have to do like a manual redirect at the end of stream. But alright, that's the plan. That is okay. I've seen pretty small channels get raided, so I think that's allowed. Oh, okay. Then it must just be an issue of their privileges then, yeah. It's alright.
No worries, we'll just do it the old-fashioned way.
Is okay. But yeah, anyways. We have to walk all the way there. I know, I'm so sorry we can't take the express train. We can't take the raid train. Unfortunately, the Ephemera Express is moving too fast for us right now. So we can't reach it. Dang. No uppies. Yeah, no uppies. Uphill both ways in a foot of snow. I'm not even wearing proper boots. Tomoe's train not in service. She has a different train. Do we have to jump to a moving train? We'll worry about it when the time comes. For now, though, give me a quick second. I need to refill my water. I yapped a lot at the beginning of this stream, so my water rapidly disappeared. I need water. So I'll be right back. Where's my BRB text? Do I have it on this screen? I need to add it. Text. Play. Yuno will return so... That's not right. Oh, it's upside down. Oh, wait. Oh, God. Oh, it's over. There we go. No! I still cut it off! There we go. Yes, everybody drink beverage. Okay, I'm going now. I love that YouTube emote of the guy, like, obsessively just drinking a lot of coffee. Sometimes that's me. I didn't say anything about being back! I'm Yuno, thank you. Yuno, thank you. I hate this.
An offering. Thank you so much.
Amotherius, thank you for the $13.37. Or the leet. Secret money, chat, don't snitch. Thank you. They didn't snitch. I saw. You snitched to me. Been chilling here to avoid shoveling. Negative wind chill on both temperature scales. 6 inches of snow to move. Don't wanna. Ugh, I feel you. It's getting so cold here too. It was like really, really snowy. It's been like switching between like cold rain showers and then like straight up snow, and it's so gross. I can't stand it. I'm ready for winter to be over, please. Can we transition into spring? but also don't. Because when it transitions to spring, I have a lot of, like, big box stuff I have to do. Like, big box emptying. So, I don't want it to be spring, but I also just want it to be spring because I'm tired of being cold. Just go straight to autumn. I mean, that's fair. If we jump to autumn, that would mean that I could finally, have the rebrand, but that would also be a bit too far in advance. I don't know. I want time to go forward, but I also don't want it to go forward. Spring coming faster just means that next winter is also coming faster? No, don't say that. That's not true. It's actually just going to be spring and summer forever. So, you know, it's fine. Love the spring in Cali. It's like winter never left. Ha 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 ha. Just, that's because you have generally the same temperatures between seasons. Wish it were me. Make time go diagonal? Yes. Wake up, Yuno 2020 never ended? I don't know if I'd like that. There's some things about that I might like, but I don't know if I'd fully like that. So that would mean I wouldn't have you guys. I'd be sad. No. I don't want to wake up. Song cover was amazing. I haven't watched it yet. At least you're honest. But you should watch it soon when you can. I don't want to go back to 2020. My 2020 was fine. I mean, it was okay. It could be worse. I didn't have a job then, though. I didn't get my job until, 2021. My one full-time job. So, I would be jobless. Truly living the Hiki Neat experience. "2020 never ended, but only the parts where you get money in the mail. The rest moved on like normal. So slay. More money in the mail, please. I got a lot of RPGs done in 2020. Yeah, with all that time being cooped up in your house, right? One of the many good things about having to be cooped up, I mean. Because overall, 2020 indeed was bad. 2020 for me was... it was okay, like I said. I discovered VTubers in 2020, so it wasn't all bad. I knew about VTubers, like, adjacently through Keys in an Eye before 2020. But 2020 was the year a lot of people that I knew were starting to become VTubers, or, like, getting more interested in VTubers. And I was like, huh. At first, believe it or not, I thought VTubers were cringe. I was like, why is everyone getting into this VTuber thing? That's so silly. Just watch a normal YouTuber like everybody else. And then it very slowly became more interesting to me as I saw more, like, innovation specifically. So, yeah. The irony. Indeed. Couldn't smell or taste anything for like 4 months. Oh no, you were hit with it? Ugh. Yeah, that sucks. I didn't get hit with it until, like, after the fact. But I did get hit with it at one point. And it was brutal. You become what you hated. I mean, I understood the appeal, but, like, in the communities I was in, I could tell that a lot of people were joining it just to, like, make money. Or it kind of felt that way to me. I think I was being really judgmental. I really shouldn't have judged how other people were choosing to earn money. Considering I was unemployed, I was, like, judging how other people were taking advantage of the market, I guess, like, while it was fresh. And I was just like, shouldn't you be doing it for the love of the craft? Why are you doing it specifically because you think you could get money? That's so cringe! And then here I am. Watched a fair amount of Keys in an Eye when she started, but I didn't get the streamer part of it all, at least until 2019. That's fair. I think the pivot that VTubers took to streaming is actually kind of detrimental, though. If I'm allowed to have an opinion on that. I think that I would have preferred if there was more innovation within, like, the edited content sphere. I kind of wish that VTubers could pivot to that more easily, but now there's such an expectation where if you are a VTuber, you must be streaming as your primary content. Not that I think streaming is bad. I just think that people need to understand, too, that streaming cannot really be good long-term. At least not, like, super long-term. I just think that, like, innovations with edited content would be a lot better for, like, creative longevity. I also think edited down content tends to be more evergreen than trying to watch a VOD from, like, 2 years ago, for example. Like, people aren't going to go back 2 years to watch, like, a 3-hour VOD of a random game playthrough. Do you know what I mean? Meanwhile, people are more likely to want to see the highlight reel of your experience from your stream. And that's more evergreen, and that would also mean that you would probably be able to make more money. So, I don't know. In my opinion, I just think that, like, there would probably be more value of, like, edited down content if that could have been more of a focus. People do watch Drama VODs, but otherwise I think it's pretty rare. Well, I guess that's fair, but, like, Drama is also Drama. I think that's kind of, like, a different overall experience. A lot of, I guess it depends on the content, too. Like, more of Drama's, like, creative streams are probably more worthy of watching the VODs for. But again, my specific example is, like, are you really going to go back and watch me play something like, A Little to the Left in, like, a year? Versus, like, if I had made a highlight reel of me struggling with certain puzzles and, like, edited it to make it look funny silly, I think that that would have had more overall, like, evergreen quality to it, and it would have been more approachable as something that could be consumed by a viewer, because it would be, like, I don't know, 15-20 minutes versus, like, the multiple hours, because a lot of those parts for A Little to the Left were a lot of hours. A lot of hours of me struggling, and then there'd be, like, periods where it's not as interesting, you'd have to sit through all that to find the gems. That's why mad respect to Clippers for having to sit through VODs and pick out things that are good. I sometimes watch old VODs of VTubers, but I like skipping through interesting parts instead of watching the entire thing. Yeah, that's the thing, though, because, like, the skipping can be seen as a little bit harmful. Because for VODs, a lot of the value has to come from watch time. And if you're not watching it a lot because you're skipping to the good parts, that doesn't really help much. The live part of the live stream is essential. Oh no, for sure. I do think there's value in live streaming. I don't want you to get me wrong. I'm not, like, shaming everybody for wanting to watch streamers. I just think that if we want VTubing as a medium to become something more evergreen, I think it would be cool to see more VTubers pivot away from, like, a fully streaming focus. I think I'd like to see more VTubers who can innovate in, like, the edited content sphere. Even if it is just, like, highlight reels of things that you stream. But I'd also like to see a lot of, like, original VTuber content that's, like, starting as a video and was not, like, a stream first. It goes back to that discussion I had at one point where I was bringing up how some creators that I watch talk about how streaming you have to kind of, like, have intention for content. Because sometimes a stream can just be a stream, but there's other times where it's, like, you stream with the intention of, like, a gimmick that's, like, really interesting and would make for good edited down content. And, like, if you give it an interesting gimmick, that probably leads to a lot of viewers of the stream itself as well. But you need something that can be interesting when condensed into, like, a shorter form, too. Kizuna I was indeed more YouTuber than streamer, but now it's like 99% of YouTubers are streamers because the meta kind of changed, and now there's an expectation where people are, like, shocked when a VTuber doesn't stream. Like, you have people who want to focus on just videos, and like, whenever they just focus on videos, everyone's just like, but why aren't you streaming? VTubers are supposed to stream, why aren't you streaming? But, like, the term VTuber came from people who are making videos on YouTube, not necessarily streaming on YouTube. So I don't know. In my personal opinion, I think it would be cool to see more video, like, focused VTubers in the space. Because, like, in the end, VTubing is just a medium. It's not like its own thing, kind of. It's just meant to be a, like, medium that is used to, like, convey content without having to show your face. The art of the Let's Play video is sadly being lost. I know, right? But that's because I think gaming content is kind of starting to fall out of the meta. Unless it's a more evergreen game, like something that's constantly updating or something that isn't, like, super story-heavy, people just don't really care about Let's Plays anymore. Let's Plays are starting to become more niche again. Streamer, where's my 12-hour stream? Even Lynn tends to focus more on vids. That's because, like, Lynn... I mean, I don't want to speak too much for her, but she has stated that, like, focusing on edited content is just better for her lifestyle. And I really respect that she's able to prioritize that for herself. And she does still stream. She just streams on a different platform, and she also like streams again with kind of the intention of being able to make some, like, edited down content. Because she uses some of the content from her card pack openings for her card pack opening videos. Or, like, her videos about cards. So she's, like, able to make it work that way. She would be an example of one of those creators that's, like, streaming with the intention of taking that and using it for future content. So many VTubers and streamers fall back on easy stuff like React content. They become dependent on edited content from others. I agree. I feel like... And I don't mind React content. There are several people that I watch because I like seeing their reactions to things. However, I do think that there would even be more value if, like, they could be the ones making edited content that other people could react to. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like we could make this whole ecosystem more mutually beneficial if we could start making more original content that's, like, edited, and then people could react to that. Like, there's, like, some sort of mutual beneficial relationship that could happen here, but it feels like it's kind of one-sided. Even sketch comedy videos don't fare well on YouTube anymore unless they get viral, but that doesn't usually give staying power to the creator. Yeah, it's hard to tell kind of what the audience on YouTube really wants, because the audience on YouTube is very, very wide, very, very vast. And you will usually attract people that are into the same kind of stuff that you are. So, like, in a bubble, I could tell you guys, hey, I want to make video essays. And you guys would be like, oh, we love when Yuno yaps and overanalyzes video games and stuff. Yeah, absolutely, make that. We'd love it. But would the wider atmosphere love it? We don't know. I would love to see actual VTuber game reviews show up here and there. They have whole VODs to use as both examples to back up their points and for B-roll during downtime. Yeah, I think actually, one of my former senpai, Nene Amano, well, I guess she's still my senpai in my heart. Nene posted a game review type video before, and that ended up doing really, really well for her. I think there's a market, you know? Like, people could make the same kind of videos and things that, like, regular YouTubers make. And it would have, like, the same kind of value and staying power as, like, people who use their face in their content, you know? But that requires experimentation, and that would require taking time away from streaming to be able to work on that stuff, because there are people who have to go into the editing dungeon for, like, days or weeks at a time to edit a video like that, and then pump it out. So, you know. There's a creator I like that does game reviews, and he streams the games, cuts the stream down into a video, also adding commentary to the stream cutouts. I think it's an effective format. Yeah, but that also takes a lot of time. Because that means committing to the hours it would take to stream it, and then being entertaining on stream also. And then having the time to edit down the stream to the parts that are good and interesting. Choosing which parts to mute for, like, your own, like, commentary voiceover. And then what parts you want to leave in to, like, emphasize your point. And one of my weaknesses is having to listen back to my own damn voice. If I were to do something like that, I think I would die of cringe. But, you know, maybe someday I will be able to get past that hurdle. Charlotte recently tried posting a video of a game she played offline. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. I thought it was cute. I think she should do more stuff like that. But, you know, when you try new things... I've told you guys about this before, I think, but here is a little behind the scenes about YouTube. YouTube puts you in a box. The first bits of content that you make and the most consistent content that you make, YouTube sorts you into a box based on that content specifically. And then if you try to deviate from that content and you try to pick, like, genres or things that you don't usually post about or, like, things you don't usually play, for example, YouTube will not really want to push that content to your audience because it's not what you usually make. Once you're in a box, it can be very hard to get out of the box that YouTube puts you in. So, even for people that are, like, variety creators, they still have, like, default series that they play, you know? Or, like, certain things that they're focusing on during, like, a given period of weeks. Once they then try to pivot, it can sometimes be hard to get out of that box and get YouTube to, like, recognize that you're doing something different. And, like, whatever you start with and whatever you're most consistent with, YouTube will be like, this is your thing now. This is your thing now, and if you try to do something different, we're not really gonna know how to advertise that because people came to you for this other thing that you were doing. I saw people recommending that if you post something different from your regular content, you should uncheck the notify your subscribers option. I don't really know how much that helps or doesn't help. I've never really had that situation because I mostly am streaming right now. I haven't really been posting videos much. But I've also heard that. Like, it's just a matter of figuring out how to get things out to, like, the newer audiences. I found a YouTuber I watched specifically for this one gacha game and nothing else. Exactly. Because that's probably the bulk of what their content is. And then if they were to switch their content to doing something else, the algorithm would no longer favor them, and they wouldn't really get that much advertisement. And even their subscribers wouldn't see the video because, like, YouTube is used to pushing out the videos that are, like, the thing that you were watching them for. So let's take a gacha, for example. Let's do Nikkei, because we were talking about it earlier. You find a content creator that posts a lot about Nikkei, and you watch their Nikkei videos, but only their Nikkei videos. You don't really check anything else, but you subscribe. Anytime their videos are going to show up on your For You page or in your subscription feed, it's going to be their Nikkei content. You're not going to realize they've been posting other videos because those videos are not going to get shared with you because you didn't watch them. However, if you then were, like, watching their new Nikkei content, and you were like, oh, they also post about, fucking, I don't know. What's another gacha game right now? Genshin, sure. They also post about Genshin, and you start watching, like, 4 or 5 of their Genshin videos, then you'll start getting to see their Genshin content when that comes out. But if you start primarily watching the Genshin content because that's what gets pushed to you, you might even stop seeing their Nikkei content. Do you get it? Like, it's this kind of endless cycle of, like, YouTube is basing what you get based on, like, what you're watching from a creator. And so if you were to deviate too much and, like, people that are watching you for one thing don't watch the other thing will not get the advertisement. And then vice versa, if you get, like, into the other thing, you might not be able to see the stuff you originally subscribed for. Is this why some people have multiple channels? Yes. It's actually encouraged by YouTube to make multiple channels so that you can focus on just the one thing and you can fully take advantage of a box that you're being put into. So, like, for example, I guess if I really wanted to, I could have another channel that was specifically for my otome and my, like, girly content, and then this channel could be, like, JRPG or, like, whatever the fuck else. You get what I mean? And then, like, my girly content would actually get pushed to the girlies because it's what I started with and it's what I'm most consistently posting. YouTube's weird like that. I had this, like, really long conversation with another creator a long time ago. I'm not friends with that person anymore, but I still remember that conversation because we had, like, a really in-depth talk about it. Because they had wanted to change up what they were doing, but they were scared because they knew that their channel was, like, trapped in this particular content box. And they knew that if they tried to push out of it, it just wouldn't get views. Friend of mine who posts videos on YouTube has 3 channels for posting videos of different themes. There's some people that have like 4 or 5 channels. Diversifying within the social media scape is unfortunately like necessary. Usually when people say diversify, they mean going to like different content platforms and just posting it everywhere. But I also think it's important to just diversify on platforms you're already on in some ways. We're not friends sounds kind of ominous. No, no, no. It was kind of silly at the time. I'm not trying to, like, imply anything. But I had been friends with them at the time, and then, just things happened and there was a bit of a falling out. Never make a variety channel? Honestly, variety channels do kind of get punished a lot, because, like, YouTube just never knows where to put you. But that's also why when I started streaming, even though I was part of Kawaii, I wanted to, like, set my niche to what I wanted. I wanted to, like, focus on the things I wanted to focus on, because I knew if I was going to get put in a box, I knew what box I wanted to be in. I was ready. Call me old, but I miss when channels could run multiple types of content on one channel. Some of my favorite yield creators were like that. Oh no, I completely agree with you. But there's like... it's just not how it works anymore. I think a lot of people don't really come to one channel to get everything anymore. I think that nowadays people are like primarily going to a channel because of one thing they're posting. Like, going back to the example where someone was like, I only watch this creator for this, like, one gacha coverage. Like, people just don't really look for, like, everything from one person. You have, like... And I think you guys can agree with this. You have different creators that you go to for different needs, right? Like, I'm who you come to when you want to listen to someone info dump about miscellaneous things. And occasionally yell about an otome game. And then there's, like, other streamers that you go to because you like when they do comfy art streams. There's other streamers you go to because you only like their singing content, so you watch a lot of their karaoke and their covers. And then you don't really pay attention to the other stuff. And that's okay. Like, different viewers have, like, different tastes. It's just that then that will also then affect how a channel is, like, viewed in the algorithm. And it's up to us as creators to understand the boxes that we are being put into and kind of figure out what we want to prioritize and how we want to diversify. Do people even go to specific channels anymore, or do they just click whatever's on their homepage? I still check my subscription feed occasionally, but my For You page usually, or my homepage, I should say, my homepage usually just has all of my subscriptions, like, at the top. So I'm just like, oh, new video from this creator, click. Oh, new video from this person, click. But then I will still check my subscription feed if I feel like I'm missing something. But I am also very guilty of, like, not being able to check every channel that I follow. And then I have to, like, manually go check what they've been up to. So some people that I've been subscribed to for a while, I've stopped seeing their content because I don't click it as much.
An offering. Thank you so much.
So, yeah. Conrad, thank you for the $4.20 tip. Hee. This is what I mainly watch this channel for, to watch, you know, talk and wiggle. We come to the girl for her wiggles. Very true. Channels used to be more focused because YouTube was new, so people just uploaded only gaming or music, etc. I think, like, there was a point where channels were just doing literally whatever. I think it's actually the opposite, and in the past, channels did more of whatever. But nowadays, people feel a pressure to keep making what works. Because, especially for the people who have made it their livelihood, they have to focus on the things that they know are going to make them the money dollars. And if they know that their audience is coming to them for a specific thing, they have to keep making that thing. That was what was happening to my friend. They were making content for one specific game for, like, a majority of their content creation life. And they wanted to make other stuff, but they weren't sure if they needed to make a new channel or if they could get away with changing what they did on their current one. Because they were scared that the variety content wasn't going to get pushed because they were already being sorted into this specific game's box. So if they did content from other games, it wasn't really going to get a lot of views, and that would have been a lot of work for something that wasn't going to get views, and thus not a lot of money. So, like, it's difficult to... I think the opposite has kind of happened, where people used to diversify and just post literally whatever they wanted, but as YouTube started introducing monetization, and people started, like, coming to channels for one specific thing, you kind of have to focus on that one thing, and then trying to pull away from that is what makes content creation a bit difficult for variety creators, or people who want to become variety. You would have to make a new channel just to post the whatever the hell you want stuff. And then even then, you might end up getting pigeonholed again, because something on that other channel could end up working really, really well, and you're like, ooh, money go boom boom, and then you want to get more. So you once again end up pigeonholed. But it's just in a different niche. For me, it's less about the specific content of the content, but more the overall stylistic signature of the creators. Yeah, but not every audience person is like that. I think maybe VTuber fans are different because a lot of times you are just here to see an anime girl, and I feel like you're willing to put up with whatever you see. Not always, of course. There might be exceptions, but I think part of why VTubing focuses so much on streaming is because it's live and you can just kind of, like, interact with the person. You get that, like, parasocial experience. I know that's a big, scary word, but, like, it is parasocial on both ends. Like, you get that experience, and then you also get to see it happen live, so you get to see a person, like, interact with something in real time, whether it be interacting with you or interacting with a game. And if you're on a platform like, say, Twitch, that doesn't mind when you do it, you could also watch them actively change their mind mid-stream, and you can just experience, like, a lot of things with them at once. Twitch doesn't really care if you do variety content, because it'll just, you know, push you in that specific category, whatever you choose to tag it as. There are still cases where people will be like, oh, this channel normally streams this, this, and this. But then you can still stream whatever, and you just get, like, marketed in that category. Do you get what I'm saying? YouTube is a little bit less of that. Because YouTube doesn't like it when you try to change your mind midstream. You have to have your mind made up. Watch Bruno live is the only way you get constant giggles, wiggles, and wife sighting. I guess that's fair. Natural part of the maturation of any industry. You specialize. This came at the Daytona 500, but knowledge doesn't get unlearned. Winning strategy will get copied and refined. I agree. It is kind of a matter of specialization at the end of the day. I do have channels where I only want to watch some of their videos, but not all of them. Instead of being subscribed, I just wait for YouTube to recommend me their videos. And that's why you have been seeing a surplus of creators mentioning in their videos, only like 30% of you are actually subscribed. If you want to pay attention to my content, hit the bell button. People are noticing that. There is a big influx of people only watching videos that come up on their For You page. So there's noticing that they're getting a lot of viewership from people that are not actually subscribed to their channels because they're only watching certain content because of the recommendation page. That's why you're getting all of those pop-ups of like, you're not, most people that watch this are not subscribed. Please subscribe. Because subscribing does help in the algorithm, because it'll also get pushed to more people. But like, we're noticing the behaviors of viewers. Weird bell icon, I'm gonna click it. You ever notice too how YouTube has made it so that if you ever say the word subscribe in a video, it makes the subscribe button light up? They're really trying to get people to actively subscribe to channels so that the channels can start getting fed to more people. Get wider reach on a platform. Same with the like button too, yeah. Yeah. I don't know if it works with stream VODs. I haven't bothered to check. But I know it's like that for edited content, but I don't really watch a lot of streams. The subscribe button just lit up, did it? Sick. The way I feel a paranoid urge to occasionally check my subs in case Neil boots me like back in the days with Susan. I think that does still happen. I still think subs get culled a lot. Even in a post-Susan, current Neil world. But I think it depends on, like, the sudden, like, surplus of subscribers hitting a channel at once. Usually in a channel's infancy. So corporate VTubers, they will get hit the most with that because people are subscribing because it's part of a company and they follow everyone in the company. But the sudden subscribers coming to a channel that has basically no content will cause YouTube to be like, that's suspicious. I had a dream where YouTube added a feature like the glowing subscribe button, but if the video said birthday, it made confetti rain on the screen. Now that would be cute. I think that would be adorable. I've noticed that I'm watching edited vids, but I thought that was something the channel owner did, not YouTube. Nope, that's a YouTube feature. That is a YouTube side feature. I miss Susan. I also miss Susan. Rest in peace. It's really sad. I don't miss Susan. Well, you're allowed to not miss her as a CEO, but I do actually think that what happened to her is sad. When Yuno masters the YouTube algorithm and it's the #1 result for Tails content. I never heard what happened to her. She passed away from breast cancer, I believe. I think it was breast cancer. It was some other type of cancer, maybe. And it wasn't long after she retired from being YouTube CEO either. Like, it was just a couple months into her retirement. I think something happened to her son, too, around the same time? I don't remember. There's some, like, confusion of factoids in my brain. But I remember that she passed away from cancer. And that really, really sucks. For all of her faults, Susan did try really hard to, like, get along with creators. And she was, like, really trying to understand, like, what was going on with the platform and how to make it better. Did she make the best choices? No, of course not. But, like, nobody can really be perfect. Neil replaced Susan and things didn't exactly get better. Yeah, exactly. Like, Neil also has his faults. I don't really want to, like, shame the CEOs in either case, though. I do think that sometimes they make decisions that I feel are very dumb and wrong. But, like, in the end, they are still people that are just trying. But also, frick CEOs. They make too much money. But that's a more generalized term. I'm not going to aim it at one specific person. You're right, they are trying to increase profits. No, specifically increase profits for them, not for us. 'Cause frick us. Anyways. Long story short. I think, like, you know, this is, like, all these issues with YouTube and, like, the issues that you could have with any platform are exactly why it's better to, like, not put all your eggs in one basket. Like, there is a lot of value in diversifying and, like, hitting up every app that you can. Or, like, every, like, website, social media platform that you can. Just to get, like, something and, like, really diversify where your money's coming from. But, like, I don't know. I'm thinking about how I want to articulate this final point, but I just think that diversifying the actual content that you make, too, I feel is also important, so that it's not just one type of thing. And I think if VTubers were, like, I don't want to say given the freedom, because I don't think audiences are like, no, don't make video, only stream. I don't think anyone's really like that. But I think, if we were allowed to pull away from streaming a little bit to make more cool stuff, I think that would allow for a lot of innovation within the VTuber sphere. And I think people would have a better perception of VTubers because they would see that VTubers are just like creators using models instead of using a camera. It would be nice if VTubers and YouTubers could become more interchangeable instead of people feeling like VTubers have to be separate. But that's just my opinion. Their rules are also killing another thing I'm into. A lot of them started up their own platform just to get away from YouTube. I feel you. I've noticed that with some of the like bigger YouTuber companies I watch, like the Dropout platform, and like even the Try Guys like pivoted to making their own like platform. Watcher fucked up launching theirs, but they also tried to make one. Because people are realizing that having your own website with a subscription-based model can sometimes be better than having to deal with all of the arbitrary YouTube pushing and not pushing of content. And that is funny enough where things often started. Like, before YouTube became a thing, a lot of content was mostly being featured on personal web pages. So in a way, we're kind of going back to the original form of, like, having a custom site. And yes, it's subscription-based, which is a bit different from before when it used to just be free. But, like, we're seeing more people make, like, custom websites to host all their content, because it also means they don't have to worry about the restrictions from YouTube's, like, content rules. So you get things like, oh, it's your favorite creator, but now you get to hear all of the uncensored swearing, or now they get to talk about things like, boobs, or now they can do, like, yada yada yada. Like, they have stuff that they can talk about now in a way that's more, like, freeing, versus the, like, censorship that sometimes has to go on YouTube. And then, like, you know, it's still a subscription model, but, like, they also don't have to worry about the cut that YouTube takes, or that Google takes. And it's, like, a wider library, to some extent. Just don't over-diversify. I've seen it happen with a creator trying to monetize on every site they could, but wound up posting the same content on the different site and eventually just neglecting some. Yeah, for sure. That's why I've always been very picky. Management really wanted me to start streaming on my Twitch. But they wanted me to still stream on my YouTube more than on my Twitch, and I was like, look, I am the kind of person where if I pick up a platform, I want that platform to have its own kind of content. If you want me to pick up a Twitch, you're going to have to understand I'm going to have separate streams that are just for Twitch. Because I don't think it's fair to people who are only Twitch watchers to only be able to get some of the content that I'm just resharing for my YouTube and nothing else. I want everything to be able to have its own unique content. Even with, like, TikTok, I didn't want to just repost my YouTube shorts. I wanted to make my own unique TikToks. But then that was also taking too much time and energy. Back then, each site had their own video players, and not all of them were as good as YouTube's video player, but maybe now they can be better. I think now a lot of them use the, oh god, what's the name of that platform? I think a lot of them use the, like, Vimeo player, like, base in their coding. I think that's what they use on Dropout and Second Try, at least. Second Try being the one that the Try Guys made. I think it's Vimeo based. It's not YouTube based, but, like, it's the core for, like, Vimeo videos. I think. I don't know. I could be wrong. Because I remember there were issues on the site, and they said it was because Vimeo was having issues, so I think it's a Vimeo encoding thing. So this doesn't keep videos, though. They just get deleted after a few months. Yeah. Unless you're a partner. If you're a Twitch partner, I think your stuff stays a little bit longer. But that's why you have to set up a specific channel for your VODs if you're going to stream a lot on Twitch. Or, like, unlist it on YouTube if you're going to bring it onto your own channel. Because you also don't want your channel to be overrun with, like, uploaded Twitch VODs. So, like, if I were to do it, I would have to set up another channel just for VODs. You can work around the Twitch VOD restriction by creating highlights of the stream. Indeed, this is true. You still have to wait a certain period of time before you can post the highlight, but you can post it generally. Usually they don't really like it if you even post like a clip after a stream. But like also they're not really going to check if you're small. I think they care more if you're like a bigger channel that's trying to do that kind of thing. As far as I know, but I'm not like a super big expert on Twitch. I've been focusing on YouTube for so long that I'm a bit less familiar with Twitch things now. I try to stay educated. Like, I follow, like, news stuff about it when I can, but... Oh, you mean on Twitch highlights. Sorry, I'm stupid. I understand now. Sorry, I'm dumb. I get what you're saying. Who's that hot Oni next to you? Me. That's me. I'm her. Twitch deletes stream VODs. Video highlights stay forever. There's no limit. Length for highlights. You can make a highlight of the entire stream. Yeah. I remember that feature now. I forgot. I thought you meant like edited down highlights. But you... things going over my head. I'm too locked in on things that I'm talking about, and then I forget to comprehend sometimes. I remember you being that hot. What the fuck? I'm hot, thank you. I'm the hottest Oni around. Don't be freaking rude! I'm very hot. Who is that hot Oni next to the hot Oni that's next to you? Huh? Where's the secret third Oni? What are you talking about? You cute, but IDK about hot? That's so mean. Tooting your own horns? Yes. Double tooted up. I deserve it. Chatbox-chan? Is that who we're talking about? Your twin sister is cute but real quiet? Sorry, did you want me to talk? See, my only role is to be present for Tulip, but if you insist. I must say, you do look kind of delicious. The meaning behind the lyrics? Well, if you insist. The most that I can do is just read you some of the key lines, if that's okay. I left my own umbrella on purpose, so you can get close together with me on a rainy day. The tulips in the park are blooming while wet. If you miss this chance, there probably won't be a next one. Lips aren't for talking. They're blooming for you, for kissing you. That's the first verse and the bridge for Tulip. So that's what lips are for. Girls are dropping gentle hints, wanting to show you her décolleté, opening her shirt a bit, pretending to be asleep innocently, leaning on you. A natural-born devil looks like an angel. The flowers bloom one by one, but see, sometimes they stick together. Yes, that tastes like honey.
Is that better? Do you understand what tulip means now? Don't usually pay close attention to the lyrics. That's okay. That's why I'm here. I can give you a lesson anytime you want. Although I really hope you'll pay attention. I hope you won't get distracted by anything else you might let your eyes wander and see. I need all of your attention. Anyway. Are you happy now? She spoke. Green, you know, save us. These Oni are sirens. Hee. Oh, hi, Yuno. Hi. I need an adult. Well, I'm over 200, so I'm the only adult you've got. This demon was gonna eat us. I don't know. She does look like she would be a fire eater. Visual novel Yuno returned? Do you remember that the visual novel version was like a very shy girl? I don't think this one is the same. I was afraid the forehead was lost forever. You will be happy to know that even in the redesign, I am still going to have forehead. There just might be other hairstyles also. Smile. This is what she's really like outside of school. Yeah, whatever. Can't lose the most important part. The most important part is your wife. Give her some respect. My goodness. Visual novel new chapter version, you know. Oh, do you not know who your wife is? I will remind you. This is wife. You can't forget wife. That's the other most important thing. I think I've said this before, but I made sure that the new design would have both forehead and the wife. What do Yuno and Pancakes have in common? We're both stacked. We're both buttery. You care us so much? Of course I do. I understand what the people want. And I am an Oni of the people, even if you try to say that I'm not. I'm just very methodical with when I give you what you want. If I give it to you all the time, you guys would get spoiled rotten. But I know what you want. I pay attention. Better covered in syrup? I don't know. I don't think I want to be sticky. You got it. They're both stacked and go great with butter and maple syrup. Hell yeah. I don't mind being spoiled. Well, of course you don't, because being spoiled means that you get good stuff. But what I'm saying is, while I know the kind of things that I can provide, I'm just very careful with when I offer it. Don't worry, I do pay attention. That's why I was very specific when I asked for the design to have the key traits. I could have erased the forehead forever if I really wanted to, but I didn't. Because I care about you. Although I will say the second outfit might not have forehead. I don't know. The first hairstyle for that outfit does not have forehead visible. I don't know if the other hairstyle is also going to have forehead or not. Lynn's the butter, Kaya's the maple syrup, Yuno's the fluffy pancake. I'm fine with being fluffy pancake. Pancake cute.
No tic-tac toggle, no tic-tac toggle. Tragedy. You'll get over it. I think you'll like the outfit enough that you will be willing to forgive the lack of forehead on that outfit. Because it's going to be on the new redesign. So, like, it's fine. You're still going to see it. Pancake is the backbone of that breakfast. So I'm the backbone of Mialu? That makes me happy. Sometimes I feel like the personality hire in the trio because I can't really offer much staff-wise besides, like, writing for us. So, I'm always just like, yay! I can't do much, but I'm here. Moral support. Gonna be happy as long as I get Yuno. Don't worry, you're gonna get plenty. I'm very excited. We are making moves. That actually makes sense. The other two are silly. I mean, Lynn's pretty serious about getting work done, but personality-wise, quite silly. They both tease me a lot still. You're obviously here for the sex appeal too. I mean, true. True. I guess if you were to assign us, like, stats, not Love Life stats, but, like, Idolmaster stats, I'd probably be the visual member, just because I don't really do much of the other staff work, but I do look pretty. I do my best. I think Lynn would probably be the vocal member, and Kaya would be dance, because she's got the energy. What are the... Man, what are the types in Deristit? I actually don't remember. I think it's cute, cool, and passion. Yeah, the balance makes sense. 2 minutes to Ephemera. Oh shit, you're right. Okay, we're gonna wrap up here then. Tomorrow is Grace's. And then I'm off Wednesday and Thursday. You won't see me again until Friday for Okami. And then Saturday, members! If you guys are still members, you will be able to see me then. Members! It'll be our last member stream that's, like, on YouTube for members, probably, because I'm gonna have to make all those membership changes. Unless some miracle happens with, AdSense. We'll see. But yeah, we're gonna have to speedrun and end this. I'm gonna, like, spam the link to the Ephemera song cover premiere. So, let's freaking go! Thank you guys so much for, choosing to spend time with me. I hope you have a good rest of your time zone, and until I see you again, Yunotsu! Bye-bye!